Hello viewers, this is probably going to be the only installment of behind the scenes for the lights outside because it's just too cold to be outside recording. So this here is the contraption I used to get the lights on the taller trees. I hooked the lights on the stick, I put the other end of the stick in one of the poles, I connect the poles together, and it lets me get it pretty high up. You can see these lights are just about to the top of that tree, and most of the trees in the landscaping aren't much taller than this one. There's the highest point right there, and you can see, relatively speaking, it is quite high off the ground. I've used this for years. It works pretty well. There may be something better out there that's specifically made for that purpose, but I'm not one to buy stuff. I just use what I have on hand, so this is no exception, and it works just fine. Let's see here. We're about halfway through. I still got to set up the stuff that goes on the ground, like the deer and those big lights. I really got to do that sooner than later before the ground freezes. Fortunately, it hasn't been staying below freezing all day. I also have some other lights that will go up on either one or two of those trees over there. And let's see here. I do have to do damage control on these lights, usually 2 or 3 times a year whenever we get a big storm. Unfortunately, we got a good windstorm the day or two after I put the lights out, and you can see those are all kind of falling down up there, and that set completely came off, so I'll have to fix that. But yeah, there's the controller. It's not really a controller, actually. It's just a power bar kind of a thing that connects the lights. I think it's got 3 outlets in there. I'll talk about the controllers inside. Back inside, we have the control mechanism here. This is just a regular old appliance timer. It just turns the outlet on and off at a given time of day. And it's okay. In years past, I've had a Westinghouse controller. It looked kind of like the one that was outside, that power bar thingy. And I liked it. It was really practical because it had daylight sensing, it had timing, and it had a remote. So what I would usually do is when I would leave for work, I would put the thing on daylight, and so when it got dark out, because it changes by day if it's cloudy or whatever, it would turn the lights on, and then before I went to sleep, I would just manually turn them off with the remote because I work at all different times, and so I go to sleep at different times. And I like to have the lights on up until I go to sleep because I can see them out the back windows and whatnot. So that was really practical and let me really control them as much as I wanted to. This is not quite so flexible in the sense that it's just on and off whenever I set it to be. So right now I have it on, I think it comes on around 4 o'clock. This is the first day I'm going to be home at dusk, so I'll get a better idea of what time it should really be coming on, and I'll adjust it accordingly. And then I have it turn off around 12:30. Usually I go to sleep sometime around midnight, so for the most part that's okay. Again, it's not ideal, but it works. The Westinghouse controller, I'm not using it this year because I couldn't get it to work. It was kind of unreliable last year. Actually, it might have been unreliable for the past 2 years, and this year I just couldn't get it to work at all. So I'm not sure. I may try to see if I can fix it. I could change out the batteries and the remote and stuff like that, but it's not really one of those things that's able to be opened and repaired, so I don't think I'm going to be able to fix it, but maybe I'll give it a try. So far, this has been working out just fine, all things considered, and it's practical because it's reliable, which is nice. So let's see what happens with this. And then the cord, it just runs out the window there, and then I have that ticker towel roll to keep the cold air out. It's kind of ghetto, but it works, so whatever. If I decide to change the controlling mechanism for the lights outside, I will do another video, but I think it'll probably just stay like this for the rest of the year, because even if I do get that Westinghouse thing to work, it's been unreliable, so it's probably going to be unreliable again, and I don't want to deal with that. If you want to see that thing, I've done videos on it in the past, So you can go into the videos either from last year or the year before, and you'll be able to see some video of it. Okay, I think that's it for this one. All right, goodbye.